lecturers. And actually, nung nagsimula pala yung class Tanglaw, I was there already, and they have always been, really organized, and talagang kinukuha nila yung mga gagaling na lecturers that will really help the examinees, which is a very good thing, no? So, yeah, some of these people I know, and I know na magaling talaga sila. So, I can attest that you are in good hands. So just message their Facebook page if you want to join. It's Class Tangalaw Review and Tutorial Center. So they also offer programs for NAPOLCOM, Civil Service, ito, FOE, and POE. So yeah, it's just up to you kung anong exam ang iti-take mo. Of course, they have also produced top-notchers already. So yeah, may mga nag-top 1, top 2, top 3, which is a very good thing, no? Kaya, it's baka ikaw na yung susunod na mag-top din. They also offer a reward para sa mga top-notchers, no? Mga tag thousand talaga. So, sino ba ngayon ang magbibigay, no? Lalo na with this crisis. Yeah, it's really good. And also, nakakatulong din talaga sa pag-review. I think if we have a goal, we should maximize every resource that we have to achieve it, no? Bakit ba tayo magpe-playing safe? So, you can enroll for this one, you can enroll a face-to-face review, you can self-study, lahat gawin nyo na, okay? Again, for tonight's topic, it's English. So, I'm sure it's not very interesting, lalong-lalo na, in relation to fire officer exam. This is only under general ability, no? Na review. So maybe it's not that much you will ask na what is this in relation to, why do we have to study English, no, na hindi naman talaga yan yung point. So again, general ability sa fire officer exam I believe is 25% if I'm not mistaken, no. And with this career kasi, no, or with this, if you're gonna pass the exam and you're gonna apply sa BFP, if I'm not mistaken, so hindi lang naman physical na activity yung gagawin mo doon, 'di ba? So, for example, you will be reading mga comprehension reports, 'di ba? You will be evaluating things by only reading some text, 'di ba? You will be answering to emails, no? um, you have to make sure that the data you have is accurate, is correct, no? And how are we going to assess na magaling ka dyan, no? Na okay yung grammar mo, yung vocabulary mo. Kaya, uh, this one is also very useful. And also, it will also help sa comprehension mo sa exam. Kasi ano ba namang gagawin mo dun kundi magbasa while answering, di ba? Kaya kapag magaling ka or nakakaintindi ka ng mabuti sa English, so it's already a plus, no? At least iisipin mo na lang kung paano hanapin yung correct answer compared sa mahirap pa yung tanong tapos nahihirapan ka pa sa English, eh doble talaga yung hirap, no? So, yeah, I think it's such an advantage, no, on your side if you know this one. Okay, but anyway, let's start right away. So I will not take so much of your time for tonight. By the way, my name is Jenny Dapat. I did not take the FOE or something. So yung na pass ko na exam is for the LET, no, para sa mga teachers. And that's why yung hinahandle ko lang din na topic ay sa English because it's related to my field, no? By the way, I have a master's in education. I am a national lecturer. I have lectured for Class Tanglao ever since. And I also have a page. It's called Exams Jenny. So yeah, if you know anyone who wants to take the let, yeah, you can also ask them to message my page. So, di ba nag-advertise? But yeah, good evening, guys. Let's start. So for tonight's topic, yung pag-uusapan natin, this is just a 50 item review, okay? So first we have synonyms and then fill in the blanks, sentence error, reading comprehension, word analogy, and finally sentence arrangement. And then in the last 10 items ay mga random topics na, okay? So if you know the answer, you can always comment it down, okay? And please do not be afraid to answer while you are reviewing. Pinaka-importante po talaga is mag-practice kayong sumagot kasi during the exam yan lang naman yung gagawin mo. So, it's similar kapag sasali ka ng singing contest, eh, magpa-practice kang kumanta, 'di ba? So, kapag may upcoming exam ka, eh, mag-practice kang sumagot. It doesn't matter if you get the answers incorrectly kasi nagre-review ka pa naman. So, at least kapag iulit yung tanong, alam mo na kung ano yung tama, okay? Very important to read directions as well. So, lalong-lalo na for example with synonyms or antonyms. So, baka kasi iba yung mabigay natin na correct answer. Kaya, isa din yan, no? You know why examinees fail? It's because they do not pay attention, no? Parang sobrang talino na nila. Now, I know you are all already very intelligent, no? Salute dyan. Pero, please, do not, wag niyong do not disregard the importance of paying attention, no? Sa mga instructions and so on. Anyway, choose from among the suggested answers the word that means most nearly the same as the word in capital letters. So again, yung sa may capital letters, hanapan natin siya ng synonym or yung pinakamalapit na similar definition. So let's start with number one. Unhappy with too much vitriol in her office, Virgie decided to resign and put up her own business instead. Yung hinahanapan natin ng synonym is the capitalized word, no? So, ibig sabihin itong vitriol. So, is it politics, criticisms, pressure, gossips, or red tape? Now, what is your answer? Please tell me in the comments, okay? So again, huwag mahiyang mag-comment, okay? Okay lang yan, no? Yung mga katabi mo, oo, hindi rin sila perfect. So that means you don't have to be perfect as well. All right, so paano ba natin hanapin yung ako honestly, mahirap para sa akin yung vocabulary na exam. It's because with vocabulary kasi, kung hindi mo alam yung correct answer, hindi mo talaga alam, 'di ba? Like kung hindi mo alam yung word, hindi mo talaga alam. Hindi mo naman siya puwedeng i-analyze 'no, unlike situational questions. So yung pinaka-effective lang talaga diyan is context clues. So, basahin mo yung sentence. That will give you a hint kung ano yung ibig sabihin ng word na yan. So, dito, yung sa akin kasi is I try to assess if that word, meron ba siyang negative na impact or positive na impact. Tapos yan yung hinahanap ko sa options. Naghahanap ako either negative siya, mabigat ba siya ng word, pangit ba siya ng word, or maganda. So if you say Virgie is unhappy, ibig sabihin talagang negative na word, no? So negative na word yung hinahanap natin. So unhappy with too much of this thing, okay, si Virgie ay nag-resign at nagnegosyo. Sana all Virgie, no? My choice. So alin ba dito? Is it politics, criticisms, gossips, pressure, or red tape? So as you can see, all of them are negative kaya it's very difficult to eliminate 'no, alin ba dito yung tatanggalin, lahat naman negative. So, if you say politics, yan yung have you ever tried a job na talagang mapulitika? Yun bang may bias 'no, or yung favor, yeah, kung sino yung close sa management, siya yung mas may malapit sa promotion or mas malaking sahod, something like that 'no. So, puwede, 'di ba? If you say pressure, yes, no, too much expectation na dapat isabit mo ito 'no. Oo, dapat Saturday, Sunday, oh, mag-duty ka kasi ganito, ganyan 'no. What about criticism? Oo, kapag abusive yung language na ginagamit, of course it's not good as well. So kapag may gossip, it's also not good 'no. Ayoko talaga ng machika na office. So nung nagtatrabaho ako, gusto ko lang magtrabaho pagkatapos umuwi, 'di ba? Ayoko na makipagtsikahan, so it's also not good. Now if you say red tape, this is parang you have to follow rules 'no. You too much na or very strict yung rule nila na sundin mo talaga kung ano yung dapat. So that's red tape. Anyway, since negative naman lahat, let me just give you the answer right away. So most answered pressure, it's actually criticism, no? So again, if you say vitriol, it means criticism, no? Yung mga harsh or abusive na language. So actually, okay naman yung criticism if you say it parang constructively, 'di ba? I think for the rest of us, no, it's the same, no, tatanggap tayo ng criticism kapag meron kang ano, meron kang suggestion after 'no, na okay, for example sa pag-lecture ko, actually, I was not always like this, okay? I was a really bad lecturer when I started 'no, sobrang madaldal ako and people will be actually complaining, "Ang daldal naman ni ma'am," or "Ang sayang naman ng bayad." Honestly, it's very hurtful 'no, pero, I took it that way and I thought, "Okay, I can improve." So that's okay. Pero kapag too much naman yung criticism, so yeah, in the office or in the workplace especially, it's not good. Kaya siguro nag-resign si Virgie sa ating sentence. But anyway, again, if you say vitriol, it means or yung pinaka-close na or yung synonym niya is criticism. Alright, so number 1 is 2. Next, the committee was tasked to investigate the alleged egregious acts of violence committed inside the prison camp. So, is it deliberate, unimaginable, extreme, concealed, or unlawful? Egregious. Egregious. So, dito, again, with a positive and negative, of course, it's a very negative word, di ba? Kasi acts of violence na, no? Alangan naman maganda yung definition niya. So, by the way, if you say deliberate, yun bang intentional? Oh, talagang plinano na mangyari, no? So, puwedeng intentional yung violence, no? Puwedeng unimaginable. Ano ba yung mga unimaginable na acts of violence, no? Yung binasag yung mukha, something like that. Extreme is also possible, 'di ba? So, the same, yung binasag ang mukha, that's an extreme act of violence. Concealed, tinago, not so much, 'di ba? Not so much. Pero actually puwede din, 'no? Puwede din since it's inside a prison camp, 'no? Of course, unlawful, so puwede din. But what do you think is the answer? Please show it in the comments. Alright, so correct answer, if you say egregious, it's extreme, okay? Sobra-sobra na acts of violence, yan yung closest na synonym niya, okay? Again, if you say egregious kasi parang it's really bad. It's very shocking or it's extremely wrong, 'di ba? So parang super na serious or severe yung pangyayari 'no, to the highest level. So yan yung ibig sabihin ng egregious. So again, if you say deliberate, yan yung intentional, 'di ba? Like intention talaga nilang mangyari, pero not necessarily na severe talaga 'no. Puwede naman yung ano ba yung possible na acts of crime 'no, sinipa ka, oh, 'di ba? Intention niya yun pero that doesn't mean it's egregious or extreme 'no, hindi masobra sinipa ka lang naman 'no. If you say unimaginable, puwede din naman siya, pero it focuses more on parang hindi siya kapani-paniwala, 'di ba? More than how severe something is. If you say concealed, yan ay nakatago, hidden. Unlawful naman, it's illegal, 'no? So, yeah, hindi naaayon sa batas, but it doesn't mean na talagang high level or outrageous na talaga or sumosobra na. Kaya our correct answer is extreme. Okay, number 3, yan yung sabihin ng egregious. Alright, so let's proceed. By the way, maybe some of you will be asking, "Ang hirap naman ng word, ma'am. Ito ba talaga yung itatanong sa exam?" Kaya I'm not from the commission 'no, hindi po ako yung gumagawa ng test. So, please do not ask the review centers, okay, na, lalabas ba talaga 'yan?" Kasi parang hindi naman necessary. Kung hindi lalabas, hindi ko na lang pag-aaralan. No one knows kung anong lalabas, okay? That's why we are reviewing 'no, para malaki yung chances of winning natin. Kasi kung alam lang sana namin kung ano yung lalabas, 'yan na lang yung i-review natin o 'yan na lang yung i-focus natin. So, the point as well of this review is that for you to practice na nagfa-function yung utak mo, na nag-a-analyze siya, na gumagana siya, na hinahanap niya yung correct answer 'no, hindi lang yung nag-ano ka lang, nag-memorize ka lang, 'di ba? So, most of the time, if we are too, reliant sa mga ganyan, on the actual day na baka hindi mo makayanan kapag talagang mahirap yung question, tapos hindi ka sanay magsagot kasi gusto mo spoon feed lang sa'yo, 'di ba? So, there. Anyway, for this one, egregious is extreme. Let's proceed with number 3. Some observed that the recent election campaign was a remarkable one for the paucity of intelligent debates and discussions on relevant issues. Is this clarity, intensity, diversity, attraction, or scarcity? What is your answer? Please tell me in the comments. All right. Hello, hello people. So, correct answer, ano ba yung paucity? May mga ganito palang words, no? So, correct answer is, so it was a remarkable one for the paucity of intelligent debates and discussions. Parang ano, parang this one, no, the sentence does not really make sense. So if you say paucity, negative yung meaning niya, okay? So dapat sana um yeah. But anyway, what is your answer? Yes, mas mabigat yung, or if we try to read with context clues, mas mabigat yung intensity, 'di ba? Kasi nga maganda yung debate. All right. So I think my bad for the sentence. Okay, bonus ko na lang ito sa lahat sa inyo. Actually, if you say paucity, that means scarcity, no, or the lacking of something. So some observe that the recent election campaign, dapat unremarkable ito kasi kulang ng intelligent debates, 'di ba, and discussions of relevant issues. So again, it's my bad. Okay, check kayong lahat. All right, congratulations. Okay. So again, if you say paucity, lacking of something, or may scarcity, no, kulang. Mhm. So dapat sana yung sentence or yung bagay dito na word is the intensity of intelligent debates, 'di ba? So I would understand based on context clues why you will choose number 2, no? But anyway, again, paucity means or is synonymous with scarcity, no? Lacking or kulang ng jowa, char. Number 3 is scarcity. Again, sorry na, no? Number 4, the excuse given by the student for the late submission of the required output was so preposterous. Was so preposterous. So, ano ba yung ibig sabihin niya? Is it absurd, insufficient, common, unacceptable, or complicated? So, ano ba yung example ng preposterous na excuse? Ma'am, oo, na-late ako, na-late ko 'tong i-submit kasi wala akong pang-data. Oh, 'di ba? Oo, nalaglag yung phone ko tapos gan'to, ganyan, 'di ba? So, what does that mean, 'no? What is your answer for number 4? Mhm, okay. What about the others? So, if you say preposterous, I think ito mas we often hear it, 'no? So, hindi po ako nakapag-submit kasi hindi ko alam, ma'am. Oo, nawala kasi yung phone ko. Oo. So that's preposterous. It means it is absurd. No, again, it is absurd. Okay, very good. Finally, we have those na correct answer, no? So it means it's ridiculous, no? Parang nonsense. Mm, no? It doesn't make sense yung reason niya. So what kung nawala yung phone mo? You can use something else, 'di ba? So again, preposterous means absurd, okay? Or nonsense, no, nonsensical. So if you say common, that means it's ordinary, unacceptable, hindi katanggap-tanggap, 'di ba? Complicated is mahirap. So anyway, for this number, no, number 4, preposterous means absurd. All right, next. Madalas ipahiwatig ng tagapamahala ang kanyang layuning magretiro sapagkat nagsilbi na rin naman siya ng mahabang panahon sa kanyang tanggapan. O may bonus na Tagalog. So it's the same, no verbal reasoning. Just let it be. Number one, ituloy, ipasya, isipin, ipaalam, or nahirapan. What do we mean by the word ipahiwatig? Ipahiwatig. Ito, kapag wrong nito, wag naman sana, no? Kasi sana lang tayo pupulutin. So, madalas ipahiwatig, ibig sabihin nito ay okay, very well. Good job. So, if you say ipahiwatig, you are communicating something. You are communicating something. So, ibig sabihin, ipahiwatig is ipaalam, to let them know. Okay? So, number five is ipaalam. Very good. So, 5/5 so far. Okay, dahil may isang bonus 'no, nagkamali si ma'am. Next, in each of the following sentences is a blank space. Um, from among the choices, choose the one that best conveys the concept of the sentence as a whole. So again, fill in the blanks with the best answer, no? Shorten na lang natin kasi sobrang haba tapos paikot-ikot lang naman. The most valued employees will be characterized by a keen blank to earn or what they are capable of knowing quickly. So they will be characterized by their blank to learn or what they're capable of knowing quickly. So ibig sabihin yung mga matatalino talaga yung mga pinaka-valuable na employees, 'di ba? Okay, sana all, no? So, ano ba dito? Is it interest, tenacity, patience, capacity, or aspiration? Still, magagamit pa rin natin ang context clues, no? Okay. Sana daw Tagalog na lang para ma-perfect. Actually, hindi pa rin. Hindi pa rin, no? For example, sa grammar, ang hirap talaga, no? Ang pantukoy, pang-abay, pang ano pa yan. Okay. Pero may magagaling din, no? Oo. Kanya-kanya tayo ng forte. Alright. So, again, context clues, nandiyan na yan. What they are capable. What they are capable of knowing quickly. No? So, our correct answer is very well. So, if you say kasi, finally, someone answered it correctly. If someone will comment it correctly, I will proceed right away, okay? So, if you say tenacity, no, if you say tenacity, para bang yung persistence ng tao talagang hindi siya nag-give up, 'di ba? So if you say interest naman, interest sa Shopee Pay, no, interest yun bang how much you like something 'no, interesado ka 'no, hindi yung interes sa utang 'no. So your desire to learn something, so hindi pa rin siya ability, 'di ba? If you say patience, it doesn't really mean na mabilis kang matuto, 'di ba? You're just patient, hmm? And aspiration, when you desire something or your ambition, so it's still not. So again, if you say the ability to learn, yung capacity niya, no, yung kapasidad niya, no? The capable of knowing quickly, of understanding quickly. So it's already there, no? So do not forget sometimes the answer is in the question, no? They are capable. So number six is four. Next. The true assets of organizations will no longer be bricks and mortar, but the knowledge blank in their human capital. Is it conserved, unleashed, invested, preserved, or stripped? So yung ano ba yung asset? Yun bang something that gives it a benefit, no? Or yeah, ano ba? So if you say asset, parang the good thing in the organization that gives it profit, no? So, hindi na yung mga tools nila, pero yung mga knowledge blank sa kanilang mga tauhan. So, of course, it's Okay, what about the others? So correct answer ay mhm. So dito, it highlights how important is the power no of knowledge no within the human capital. So of course, yung organization na binavalue nila yung knowledge ng human capital as their true asset, it means that they have placed it in there to help develop it, to build up, 'di ba, with people within. So our correct answer is okay, some answer that one. So it's invested, no? So what the organization put into within the human capital, no? Anong nilagay nila, anong binigay nila to develop it within their human capital. So if you say unleashed, mga ma'am at sir, parang you released something, no? You released something, in-unleash mo siya, 'di ba? Whereas if it's invested, the organization put it there and then nag-profit siya in return, 'di ba? That's why invested best fits, okay? So if you say conserved, parang tinago lang siya. It's put there, pero it's not really used, no? So for example, kapag sabihin natin, you should conserve water, 'di ba? So you should save it, no? Pero it's not used. If you say preserved naman, parang mini-maintain lang siya, no? Similar, almost similar to conserve, no? And if you say stripped, now this is the one that we can eliminate. It means tanggalin, no, or removed. So it's obviously not the correct answer amongst the option. So yung pinakaswak is invested, okay? So ano yung binigay diyan or nilagay diyan ng organization and then it developed and then they have a profit in return. So invested. Number 7 is 3. Next, number 8. Self-centeredness is not the normal condition of a person, but blank of maladjustment. Is it a product, an imprint, a reality, a behavior, or a sign? So, what is our correct answer? Please comment down. So, number 8. So, ano ba yung self-centeredness? Ano ba yung pagiging self-centered? Yun bang have you ever met people who think na yung mundo ay umiikot sa kanila, 'no? So, that is being self-centered 'no, parang yeah, siya yung palaging center of attention na parang other people don't really matter 'no. Have you ever met someone, 'di ba, like you are sharing a story about you tapos biglang, "Oh, ako din ganito," 'no? Oo, okay, ikaw na, 'di ba? Or if you are sharing a problem tapos sabihin, "Wag ka ng malungkot, ako nga, eh, ganito, ganyan." So, sabi dito sa sentence, it's not a normal condition, no, of a person, but a blank of maladjustment. So, it is a product. Okay? Ano ba yung ibig sabihin kapag a product or produkto? Parang it's a result, no? It's a result of maladjustment. Parang if you say maladjustment, you're not able to react correctly within your environment, no? So, kaya in result, you have poor yung behavior mo with people, no? How emotionally as well, socially. So, yan yung maladjustment. But anyway, correct answer is a product, no? So, it is produced by. So, yan yung result or outcome ng maladjustment. So, huwag kayong maging self-centered, okay? Hindi sa atin lang umiikot yung mundo, no? Not everything is about you, okay? All right. So, number 8 is a product. Next, number 9. The right to self discrimination simply means to blank one's own values, behaviors, and feature. Is it support, decide, uphold, dignify, or expand? So the right to self-discrimination simply means to blank one's own values, behaviors, and feature. What word are we looking for in number 9? Please comment. Okay, so correct answer is if someone will comment the correct answer, I will proceed right away, okay? So, ano ba yung word na hinahanap natin? Okay, good job. What about the others? So, what do we mean if we say okay, very good na. So, may nag-comment na ng correct answer. So, if you say self-discrimination kasi, siguro some of you do this, I do this as well. Yun bang we are not very confident sa sarili natin. So, we try to disqualify ourselves, no? So, parang you think, "Ah, hindi ko naman kaya," or, "Ay, hindi ako papasa kasi ang bobo ko." Oo, something like that. So, that is self-discrimination, no? Anyway, in order to fight against that, we have to, all right, uphold our own values, behaviors, and features. So, our correct answer or the word that we are looking for is uphold, okay? Uphold. So, yan yung correct answer natin, number 3. So, this is about a person's right na i-maintain, no? Or i-respect yung own identity mo, your own values, 'di ba? So again, if you say to uphold, you are maintaining something, you are supporting it, no? So it very much fits with values, behaviors, and features, okay? So our correct answer is uphold. All right, good job. A lot of you answered it correctly naman. Let's proceed with number 10. With remarkable blank, the economy of Malaysia quickly recovered from the financial crisis in 1998. Is it resilience, strength, anticipation, disbelief, or manner? So, ibig sabihin, may financial crisis, no? At naka-recover kaagad yung Malaysia. So, what remarkable blank do they have na parang kailangan natin sa Pilipinas, no? So, this is clearly a positive word, 'di ba? Na hinahanap natin. Kaya we can remove disbelief, I think, no? So, manner, not so much. Anticipation, yun bang you are looking forward to something happening? Strength, pwede. Resilience, pwede. Pero yung pinaka-correct answer talaga, I think most of you will get this correctly. Very good, no? So, with remarkable resilience. So, in fact, this one talagang ginagamit siya to define Filipino people. It's because we've been through so much, no? Crisis, may mga catastrophe, 'di ba? Bagyo, lindol, at kung ano-ano pa. Pero you can see Filipino people still smiling, 'di ba? Nagsu-survive pa rin, no? Kahit na sobrang mahal ng gas and so on. Although, yeah, we shouldn't be always resilient, no? Pero wala tayong choice. So if you say resilience, kahit na anong ibato sa'yo ng buhay is you're still surviving, no? Yan yung resilience. So our answer is number 1. With remarkable resilience, the economy of Malaysia quickly recovered. All right, number 11. So ito, finding error. Okay? Finding error. So hanapin natin kung alin ba dito yung mali. All right, let's proceed with number 11. Each of the senators deny involvement in the passing of the controversial law on death penalty. Alin yung error? Is it 1, 2, 3, 4, or number 5? Walang error. What is your answer? Please comment it down. So, again, yung mali na naman yung hinahanap natin, no? Now, this comes very important kung familiar ka sa mga sentence structure or sa grammar, 'di ba? Pero kung hindi talaga natin gusto yung grammar, oo, we just listen to it and think, alin ba dito yung pangit pakinggan? So sometimes we do that, 'di ba? Like parang, no, hindi yan yung tamang sagot, hindi siya magandang pakinggan. Oo, bakit kaya ganyan? Anong akala mo sa tenga mo, no? Magic na kung anong maganda at pangit pakinggan indicates that it's wrong or right. All right. So each of the senators. So dito kahit na senators siya, 'no, madami yung senators. Pero yung subject natin is each. Ibig sabihin, inisa-isa sila. So yung subject natin ay singular, 'no? Kaya ibig sabihin, yung verb na kasunod is merong S. Okay. So each of the senators denies. Each denies, 'di ba? So kapag singular yung subject, yung verb niya is palaging merong S, 'no? Jenny runs. Jenny reads. Jenny cooks. Mhm. So dito, each denies, 'no? Kung wala yang each of, for example, you say, the senators deny, that's correct. Kasi senators, marami na sila. Pero kapag sabihin mong each, iisa-isahin mo, so that's singular, okay? So our correct answer, the error there is number two. Each of the senators denies involvement in the passing of the controversial law on death penalty. So again, kapag the senators lang, deny. Pero kapag each, it should be denies, okay? Kapag singular, dapat merong S yung verb. Number 11, two. Next, since 2001, I traveled to many countries in Asia together with some friends in the profession. Which is the error? Is it one, two, three, four, or number five? Walang mali. Number 12, what is your answer? Mhm. So here is the thing as well. Wag kang sumagot, lalong-lalo na on the actual board exam. I'm sure some of you is parang, pagod ka na, 'di ba? But wag kang sumagot just because, feel mo lang. Okay. So make it to the point as much as possible. Every answer you choose, there is a logical reason behind it. Dapat may reason ka bakit yan yung pinili mo. Bakit sa tingin mo yan yung tamang sagot. Okay? Hindi lang, ito, okay. Mukhang okay ito, no? Mukhang ito na yung sagot. So, yeah. Hindi yan parang haka-haka lang. So again, they gave you the options. May correct answer talaga yan, no? Hindi naman ito essay na parang, iisip-isipin mo lang na parang magic, no? So, there are options. So, there should be the one correct answer. Kaya dapat lahat ng sagot na pipiliin mo, it's logical. Anyway, since 2001, okay, very good. There are those who answered it correctly. So, it should use a perfect tense. Okay? Perfect tense dapat kasi it's from the past until the present time, until now. This person is still doing it. This person is still traveling, no? So, continuous pa rin, tuloy pa rin yung hindi naman niya sinabi na uh, since 2001 until 2005. So, yan, makasabi ka na I traveled to many countries, di ba? Kasi hanggang 2005 lang. Eh yan, from 2001 until now, it's still happening. So since 2001, I have traveled to many countries in Asia. So number 12 is 2. Yan yung error. Okay lang yan, boys. Kung hindi niyo mahanap yung mali, kasi kayo naman palagi yung mali, no? Kami mga babae, diyan kami magaling. Okay? So ibigay niyo muna sa amin. Alright. So as soon as we receive your payment, we will appraise the finance department so that you can claim your permit. Which is the error? Is it one, two, three, four, or number five? Walang mali. So again, please do your best to try to understand, okay? So, kadalasan sa mga finding errors, it could be with the grammar, or it could be with the words being used. Pwedeng mali yung word na ginamit, or pwedeng mali yung spelling, or of course with the capitalization or the punctuation, no? Pero yeah, most of the time it's with grammar. But then with parallelism, no? In which, yeah, there will be items later na, yeah, we will meet, no? Na may ganyang error. But anyway, for this one, alin ba yung mali? Okay. So, yun na nga yung sinasabi ko, 'di ba? Just guessing game na, parang ito 'no, oo, parang parang ito yung maganda siya, eh, parang yan yung mali. So again, your answer should be logical, no, logical. May reason ka ba 'no? Mm. Okay, correct answer is so dito, mali yung paggamit sa vocabulary, 'no? So, as soon as we receive your payment, we will blank the finance department. Hindi siya appraise, 'di ba? Kasi yung appraise, iba kasi yung meaning niya, 'no? Like ako personally, I often hear it sa mga jewelry shop, 'di ba? Na parang, "Uy, ipa-appraise mo itong alahas." 'Di ba gano'n 'yan 'no? So, you give value to something 'no? Oo, kung tunay ba yung alahas o hindi 'no? So, dito it doesn't really fit in the word. You're not giving value to the finance department 'no, hindi mo sila ina-evaluate na oo. So, as soon as makatanggap kami ng bayad, puwedeng we will tell the finance department, we will notify, we will call the finance department, that's acceptable 'no. Pero yung appraise, it's oo, parang mali na word yung paggagamit 'no. So, again, that's the answer. So, again, puwedeng yung gamit na vocabulary is the one that's incorrect. Alright, number 13 is 2. Next. The president is a well-known lawyer, dynamic speaker, sharpshooter, and provides generous leadership. Which is the error? Is it 1, 2, 3, 4, or number 5? Walang mali. Which is the answer? Tama kayo lahat na babae. Yes. Oo, thank you. Alam namin na tama kami. Bakit kasi kayong mga lalaki? You know what? Why boys are always incorrect is because you want the easy way, no? Like wala kasi kayong emotional intelligence tapos gusto niyo chill lang, 'di ba? Like, "Bakit bakit ba ganyan? Oo, hindi naman 'yan big deal." Oo, something like that, 'no? Kaya you don't see any problems with what you're doing. Oo, I don't want to be like that, okay? I'd rather be the emotional being. Hence, being a lady. Anyway, correct answer is, ito na yung sinasabi ko about parallelism, 'no? So, if you say parallel, dapat magkapareha yung words that you use in a sentence, no? So, for example, dito, well-known lawyer, speaker, sharpshooter. Pero sa last, naging generous leadership, 'di ba? Oo, parang dine-describe mo na yung, pagkatao niya 'no, but not like, yeah, as a person or as a noun. So, the president is a well-known lawyer, dynamic speaker, sharpshooter, and a generous leader. Sana 'yan 'no. So, hindi siya parallel or they're not the same. So, the error is generous leadership. So, eto dapat 'no. Oo, so lawyer, speaker, sharpshooter, and a generous leader. Okay? So, number 14, ikaapat yung error. Again, that's an example of parallelism, no? Parallel. So, kapag may nakita ka doon na parang, oo, siya lang yung naiiba. Oo, so ibig sabihin hindi yan parallel, okay? Number 15, a number of killings all over the country has caused the ire of many at President Duterte. Is it a number the country has caused President Duterte or walang mali? Okay, which is the error? Ba't natawa yung mga babae 'no, 'pag sabi ko na yung mga lalaki walang emotional intelligence. Oo, totoo talaga 'yan, 'di ba? Oo, bakit ba 'yan boys? Mag-meeting kayo 'no? Actually, it's very simple to love a woman 'no, sa mga jowa niyo. Hindi ko alam kung bakit siya nagagalit, eh, hindi naman ako mind reader. It's because you don't give the effort to try to understand, 'di ba? Gusto mo spoon feed lahat 'no, mag-PowerPoint yung jowa mo para maintindihan mo. It's not like that 'no. Anyway, paano malaman kung parallelism siya yun na nga, eh, if may naiiba. So, for example dun sa number 14, 'di ba, the way it is described, sharpshooter, speaker, this and that, tapos biglang yung isa naiiba siya 'no, generous leadership, mm. So, it could be a generous leader. So, parallel na silang lahat 'no, magkapareho na yung format nila. For this one, very good. So, a lot of you answered this one correctly. It's has cost. So, again, ano yun? Kapag singular, palaging merong S, 'di ba? So Jenny is, was, has, Jenny walks, reads, runs. Kapag singular, palaging merong S. Pero kapag plural, wala. Okay? They have. My friends run, walk, 'di ba? Kapag plural, wala ng S. So dito, if you say a number, that's plural. Okay? Ibig sabihin, madami yung killings all over the country. So it should be have caused. Kapag plural, have. Okay? Kapag singular, may S, has. Okay? So a number have caused. Okay? Number 15, 3. Now, we're done with finding the errors. Okay. Dito na tayo sa pinaka-favorite nyo, no? Reading comprehension. Yay! Yung antok na antok ka na, tapos reading comprehension pa. Really, no? Talagang challenge tayo ng buhay. Anyway, for now, I'm gonna read it for you, okay? Pero on the actual exam, I would suggest na you read the questions first para pagbasa mo na sa article or sa selection, alam mo na kung anong hinahanap mo, okay? Anyway, person born in the year of the tiger is capable of earning large sums of money, but he is rather a spendthrift and does not always put his money to best use. So yung mga ah ipinanganak daw during the year of the tiger, kaya nilang kumita ng malaki, pero hindi nila alam paano i-manage yung pera nila. He can also be the most generous and will often shower lavish gifts on friends and relations. Oy, oo. Maganda yan, no? Na maging friend ka. That's why a tiger person has many friends and acquaintances, no? So, do you have friends na sinashower kayo ng gifts, no? Where to find? Kasi maganda yan. Oo. Anyway, let's hear the question. Which is true of a tiger's person? Number one, extravagant in spending money. Number two, generous in helping others. Three, treasures hard earned money, spends money wisely. Or number five, must live in the zoo. So there will be there will be options here that's super far fetched. Okay, yung bang parang sobrang layo na talaga 'no. So that one you can eliminate right away. For example, yung number 5 'no, parang oo, bakit naman siya titira sa zoo kasi nga oo, tiger siya 'no, anak siya ng tiger, hindi naman. Anyway, what is the answer? Oo, based dun sa nabasa niyo and dapat yung answer niyo it's actually stated there, okay? Puwede namang hindi word by word na sinabi talaga dun, but if you read the meaning, yan yung ibig sabihin niya, okay? So, for example kasi kung dito tayo sa ano ba yan, generous in helping others, hindi naman dun sinabing tumulong siya, 'di ba? Yung sinabi lang is, oo, mapagbigay siya sa mga friends niya, 'di ba? Spends money wisely? Mhm. Wise ba yun na regaluhan mo ng mga oo, mga bags and shoes yung friends mo, 'di ba? So, it's not very wise 'no, yung wise is i-save or i-invest 'no? Kaya our correct answer is good job to those who answered number 1 'no, extravagant in spending money. May nagtanong 'no, hanggang anong oras daw ito? Ay secret, char. This is only 50 items. Parang feel ko pinapaalis niyo na ako. Ayaw niyo na? Okay, okay lang. Oo, hindi ako namimilit. But again, we are now number 16 until 50 lang po ito 'no, kasi ayoko rin kayo 'no, ayoko yung 100 na parang 4 hours na tayo dito mag-discuss. Oo, matutulog na kayo. May comment talaga akong ganyan matatanggap 'no, na, "Ma'am, nakatulog ako sa boses mo ma'am." Paggising ko nagsasalita ka pa rin. Ayoko niyan 'no, oo. So, 50 lang 'no, okey na ako. Alright. Anyway, correct answer is, ano ba yung extravagant? Yun bang I don't know how to say that in Tagalog. Magara? Oh, is there such a word 'no, in spending money? Yun bang, "Yeah, kaya ko yan. Okey, yan ba yung gusto mo? Okey, lumabas tayo, libre ko." Oo. Oh, dun tayo sa mga steak houses, char. So that's it 'no. Dito, spendthrift and does not always put his money to best use 'no, ganyan siya. Shower lavish gifts on friends. So, extravagant nga siya 'no. Next, so bakit siya popular? Why is a tiger person popular? Because marami siyang pera. Number two, happy-go-lucky siya. Number three, generous siya with gifts. Number four, because of its color. Number five, he is idolized for his money. So again, some of these answers or some of the options, pwede naman, no? Pwede, katanggap-tanggap naman, no? But choose the one that's, yun talagang nandun sa mensahe ng selection, okay? So for example, yung because he has much money, no, pwede naman, tama naman siya. If you say happy-go-lucky, do you know people na happy-go-lucky, yun bang chill lang, no? Go lang ng go, no? Pumunta tayo sa ano, okay, go, let's go, no? Yun bang walang problema sa buhay. Pwede din, no? Generous with gifts, pwede din, no? Because of its color, that one you can eliminate because it's not really stated there. Number five, he is idolized for his money. He is idolized for his money. Pwede din, 'di ba? Pero yung actually na state doon is very good to those who answered number three. He is generous with gifts for friends. So kaya siya sikat, no, sa mga friends niya. Maybe these people are just taking advantage, no? Ayoko maging ganyan. Oo, my friends ka lang kasi bibigyan mo sila ng regalo. Ay, no, no, no. I don't want friends like that. Paano kung wala ka ng maibigay, 'di wala ka na ring friends, 'no? Kaya yeah. Number 17 is 3. Next. So for item 18, let's try to understand this one. The advent of cell phone is perhaps the best contribution to modern technology to our communication system, which is correct, diba? Back then, it was only through letters that we could communicate with our loved ones from afar, and the letters took time to reach their destinations. Today, we can talk to our loved ones anytime we wish with the uses of our cell phones. So try to understand that, try to ano kung ano talaga yung pinapahiwatig niya, okay? Now let's go to the question. So bakit daw yung cellphone yung best contribution of modern technology? Bakit daw yung cellphone yung best contribution of modern technology? Number one, it made communication easier and faster. Number two, it brought families closer to one another. Number three, it's the most wonderful invention of mankind. Number four, it did away with the snail pace mail. Or number five, it is reliable and easy to access. So ano ba yung snail pace? 'Di ba yung snail, it's very slow moving, no, mabagal. So the same then. Yung mga letters, I heard from my parents na before, yeah, nagpapadala pa sila ng sulat, it takes weeks or months, no? Tapos every letter daw may bayad. Oo. So kapag sumulat ka, oo, counted yung mga letra kaya maikli lang, no? So for example, kapag sabihin mo sa asawa mo sa malayo na, oo, wala na kayong bigas, no, need mo na magpadala. So kahit na, "Mahal, kumusta ka na? Wala na kaming kinakain dito, kung puwede ba," hindi ganyan, 'no? Ano yung sasabihin mo kasi bilang yung letters, padala, wala, bigas. Para, at least before may jeje pa rin. So yeah, of course, cell phones being invented, oo, tine-take for granted natin how easy it is right now to communicate with people. And that is our answer, no? It made communication easier and faster, no? Ma'am, bakit hindi number two? Again, if it's not directly stated or wala talaga siya sa meaning, no? Pwede naman, pero mas ano talaga yung number one, no? Kasi kino-compare gaano ka efficient yung phone compared to the letter writing, no? So it is the most wonderful invention, tama naman, no? It is reliable, easy to access, tama naman. It did away with the snail pace mail, tama naman, no? Pero bakit daw ba yung phone yung best contribution, no? That's the question. And it's clearly meant in the selection na it made communication easier and faster, no? So ngayon, yeah, it's very easy to communicate with people, no? Chat ka lang, okay, wala na, no? May crush ka, hanapin mo sa Facebook, i-chat mo, oh, you will know, 'di ba? Oo, dati no, it doesn't work that way. Kaya rin mabilis na rin maghiwalay kasi madali lang makuha. Anyway, laughter is the best medicine, and there's lots of evidence that laughter does lots of good things for us. It reduces pain and allows us to tolerate discomfort. It reduces blood sugar levels, increasing glucose tolerance in diabetics and non diabetics alike. It improves your job performance, especially if your work depends on creativity and solving complex problems. Its role is its role in intimate relationships is vastly underestimated, and it really is the glue of good marriages. It synchronizes the brains of the speaker and listener so that they are emotionally attuned. Pero kapag tumatawa ka na mag-isa ka lang, oo, need mo na ng medicine. Okay. Anyway, which can be said about laughter. So it brings about a number of positive things in people and in human relationships. Number two, it reduces a person's tolerance of pain. It makes you a better speaker. Laughter is a natural way to be happy, or it helps listeners to focus on essentials. So, alin ba dito yung stated in the selection about laughter? So, man, yung number one. Kasi mahaba, no? Oo, wala nang iba. So, let me tell you this. In my experience with handling mga questions sa board exams, no? Most of the time talaga, yung mahahabang options, most of the time, ha, they're the correct answer, but not all. Again, it's very important na we still read and understand the options so that we can choose the most logical option, okay? Pero yeah, in this case, it works, no? Kasi mahaba. So laughter brings about a number of positive things in people and in human relationships. So this time it's actually correct, no, as stated in the selection. So number 19 is one very good. Sana ganito sa exam, no? Yung yun ba binabasa tapos pinapaintindi. Pero dun kayo talaga 'no, oo. Mag-isa lang kayo, pero sanay naman kayo 'no, sanay kayo mag-isa, okey lang 'yan. Number 20, what we call Filipinas or the Philippines today had only tribes, little kingdoms, sultanates, collections of villages or islanders, resentful, hostile, or at odds with each other, or ignorant of each other. And to save our country, they're proposing to go back to that. Mhm. So dati pala, yung mga different islands sa Philippines is parang separate 'no, iba-iba 'no. So may mga iba't ibang kingdom, iba't ibang grupo, iba't ibang community, iba't ibang islanders tapos walang pakialamanan 'no. So tapos ngayon, since federalism, 'yan yung ibig sabihin ng federalism, okay? Yun bang we don't have the center sa country, yung focus niya is more localized na. So if we adopt federalism soon enough, there will be no more Philippines, not even a Senate. So that's what federalism means for us if we foolishly adopt the idea. The proponents of that awful placebo make it sound slick, but it would be the death sentence of a unity we still have, for that matter, fallen far short of achieving. So correct answer is wala pa pala yung question 'no? So ano yung pinapahiwatig ng author about federalism? So number one, it means autonomy for the local government. Oh, baka ito yung isagot niyo, kasi oo, hindi yan yung sinabi ng author, yan yung sinabi ko. O hindi ako yung author. Okay, I was just explaining federalism. Now na mixed up as options. Anyway, number two, this is the solution of the corruption. Number three, it will make the local governments progress. Number four, it will divide the country even more. Or number five, it will bring progress to the whole Philippines. So again, let's go back to the selection. Anong sinabi ng author, hindi ako. Okay? Bakit mo kasi sumali ako? Eh, kasi ako yung lecturer 'no, huwag kayong paladesisyon. Oo, PowerPoint ko 'to. Oo, kapag kayo na mag-lecture, kayo na rin magdedesisyon 'no, pero for now, wala kayong choice. But anyway, our correct answer, very good to those who answered. Number four, it will divide the country even more. Kaya nga parang kontra talaga yung author about federalism 'no, kasi sabi, it would be the death sentence of a unity we still have. So hindi na, oo, wala ng unity. Pero ngayon wala naman talaga na 'no, kanya-kanya na po tayo ng ano, struggle and pag-work hard. It's very difficult pero tawa lang tayo. Okay, number 20 is 4. Now, again, in order to answer reading comprehension, you read the questions first. Make sure na yung sinagot mo dyan, it's actually meant in the selection, okay? Hindi lang yung sa tingin mo maganda siyang tingnan. So for example, dito, the rest of the distractors, correct naman, no? Tama naman sila. Pero yung number 4 talaga yung pinaka nag-capture sa essence sa sinabi ng author. So that is what we're gonna choose, okay? Always choose the best answer, okay? Number 24, next. Dito tayo, naghahanap tayo ng missing word. So blank is to flood, as a helmet is to injury. Is it drown, coast guard, river, levee, or rain? So ito, word analogy, no? So hahanapan natin ng relationship, no? So that's the first thing to look for kapag sumasagot tayo ng word analogy, hinahanapan natin ng relationships yung words, no? Mabuti pa yung words, may relationship. O ikaw wala. Oo. Ang lungkot ng buhay mo, no? Paano na yan? So dito, blank is to flood as helmet is to injury. So since present yung helmet and injury, tingnan natin, no? Kung ano yung relationship nila. If you wear a helmet, you are protecting yourself from injury, 'di ba? So mag-helmet pala para hindi ma-injury, oo. Or para hindi magka-ticket 'no, 'pag may operation yung police. I'm just kidding. So mag-helmet para hindi ma-injury, okay. Now ano naman yung protection sa flood 'no? Is it drowned? Oo, ma-protect ka pa sa flood kapag nalunod ka na? Ay hindi 'no? Coast Guard, hmm, oo, parang hindi 'no, kasi yung Coast Guard it's more on the oo, malunod 'no, so yan yung sila yung tatawagan. River, ay hindi rin 'no, and rain, oo, yung rain maka-protect sa flood, eh, maka-ano pa siya, eh, it's maka-trigger pa siya ng flood. So, since hindi niyo alam kung ano yung ibig sabihin ng number 4, so levee, it's actually, protection 'no, para hindi magkabaha. Yan, oo. Dahil siyempre I care about you, ah, alam ko naman na hindi talaga ako perfect mag-explain, so binigyan ko na kayo ng picture 'no. So yang may arrow, oh ito pala yung levee. So of course kapag babahain yang part na yan, so hindi maapektuhan yung bahay 'no, it's well protected. So if the levee, protects us from the flood 'no, the helmets protect us from the injury. So correct answer is the levee. Alright. Uh-huh. Where is my yeah, nandito pala. Okay, I cannot see my slide. Alright, so the correct answer is levee. Okay, number 21 is 4. Levee is to flood, as helmet is to injury. Now you know, no? Oh. So bukas sabihin niyo sa bahay, oo, "Ma, may bagyo, magpagawa tayo ng levee." Okay. Number 22, blank is the team as freshman is to Congress. Is it Senate, player, rookie, junior, or coach? So ano ba yung freshman sa Congress? It means baguhan, no? Freshman, no? Parang kung sa high school pa, first year ka pa lang. Am I right? 'Di ba? So baguhan. So parang a beginner or a new member, no? Sa group. So a new member of the Congress, that's a freshman, 'di ba? So ano naman yung baguhan sa team? Okay, the answer is yan yung sabi ko kanina, eh, yung helmet para hindi magka-ticket from the LTO. Alright, very good. So sa team, yung baguhan sa team that is rookie, 'no. Junior, maybe, pero if you say team kasi especially with sports, so I only know this because, I sometimes watch the NBA, rookie player, ano yung baguhan na player. So there. Rookie is to team, as freshman is to Congress, okay? Baguhan. Number 23, Blank is to blow, a stain is to pill. Is it welt, wind, blotch, rug, or belt? Mhm. So, ma'am, paano ba sagutan na hindi mo talaga alam lahat ng options? So, this is where it gets hard because unlike the first unlike the previous items na you can use context clues 'no, puwede mong basahin yung question, puwede mo basahin yung sentence, tapos maintindihan mo kung ano hinahanap niya 'no. If it's just like this, tapos hindi mo alam yung stain or yung pill, 'di ba, it's gonna be complex. Pero anyway, let's try our best 'no, that's why we are reviewing, we are practicing, okay? So, dapat talaga i-train mo yung sarili mo na sumagot ng mga mahihirap na questions. Para kapag pagdating mo dun tapos mahihirap yung questions, hindi ka na masho-shock, 'di ba? Kasi for example, yung inaral mo lang 1+1, 2+2, oo, subject verb agreement. Tapos pagdating dun sobrang hirap, 'di ba? Mame-mental block ka 'no, kakabahan ka. Whereas kung sanay kang sumagot ng mahihirap, oo, you're more courageous to answer difficult questions on the actual day, 'di ba? Anyway, dito we are looking for a cause and result 'no. So, if you say pill, it's more of like about the fabric, 'di ba? Now we'll give it a stain. Ano ba yung stain? Parang yung mancha, okay? So, ano naman yung ibig sabihin ng oo, ano ba yung mancha or after you blow something, oh my gosh, okay, yung blow na i-hit mo, hindi yung blow na you blow the candle, okay? Yung okay, sa pakin mo 'no, blow for example. So, of course, that person will have okay, our correct answer, okay, bigay ko na lang sa inyo 'no, para hindi kayo mas lalong malito. Very good. To those who answered, welt. Mhm. So, yeah, that's a welt. Now, of course, the example of stain, sa fabric, sa skin naman, that's the welt. So, that's the relationship 'no, the cause and the result. Okay, 23-1. Next, laconic is to words, parched is to blank. Is it parcel, heat, moisture, uh, desert, or vapid? Oo. Yung i-answer natin ay, oh, parcel na. Oo, kasi yan yung dumadating araw-araw, 'di ba? Ba't palalayo? I'm just kidding. So if you say laconic, this describes someone na parang hindi masyadong masalita. Okay? Parang konti lang yung words, no? Lack of words. Okay? Lack of words. So, if you say laconic is to oh, kulang siya ng salita. 'Di ba? Have you ever met such people na, "Uy, kumusta na yung blah, blah, blah?" Tapos sagot, "Okey lang." Mhm. Okey. Oo, gano'n. Nakakairita kausap, 'di ba? So, anyway, that's their personality, wala tayong choice. So, laconic is kulang or lacking of words. Ano naman yung parched? So, if you say parched, it's a very dry land. It's a very dry land. So, kapag dry yung land, kulang siya ng ano ba yung kulang kapag dry? Kulang ng moisture. Okay, so again, my picture. So this is an example of parched. Okay? So kulang siya ng moisture, no? Or yeah, yun bang at least, para hindi siya mag-dry masyado. Parang yung mukha mo, no? Oo. Mag-moisturizer ka din, no? Huwag palaging mag-antok, kaka-scroll, no? Nakakapangit at nakakabobo pa. Okay? So mag-exercise ka, magpaganda ka, take care of yourself, no? Hindi yung parang mas hindi mo love yung self mo kasi pinapatay mo. Huwag kang magkaroon ng parched skin, char. So again, kapag laconic, kulang sa words, yung parched naman kulang sa moisture. So yan yung relationship nila, okay? Number 24, 3. Next, blank is to channel as flare is to accident. So ito parang we are signaling something, 'di ba? So of course, kapag nag-flare ka, it is a signal used to indicate na merong accident or distress, 'di ba? So, if you say channel or navigation, ano ba yung magandang signal din na nandyan siya, no? May channel dyan. So, kapag may accident dyan, may flare. Now kapag may channel diyan, okay, really? So, hindi naman channel na yung channel sa TV, okay. So, a radio kasi, let me tell you this, a radio, it's a device, okay? Hindi siya nagsi-signal na may channel diyan, okay. Okay, bigyan ko na lang kayo ng picture 'no, oo. Ano ba 'yan ma'am? So, that's a boy, ito 'yon example, okay? Now you see, now you don't 'no. So, if there is a buoy, so that's a signal or a sign na merong channel or navigation in that place 'no. So, the same din sa flare, it's a signal na may distress 'no or may accident in that area. So, our correct answer is 2, okay? Buoy is to channel as flare is to accident. Okay, so again, make sure all your answers are logical, or at least know my picture. Now let's have slight is to hurt as lag is to blank. Is it tardiness, braggart, heft, haste, or would? Comment down your answers again. Do your best to actually analyze it intelligently. Oo, wag yung maging lazy tayo. So, it's mild, mild to strong. No? Mild to strong. So, if you say slight, parang bearable lang, 'di ba? Tapos if you're actually hurt, so that's already a stronger condition na, no, na nasaktan ka. So, slight is mild, hurt is strong. So, lag is mild, and of course, yung stronger version niya is, okay, what about the others? Okay, so lag, parang mabagal, 'di ba? Mabagal 'no? Parang lag yung internet. Okay, so the stronger condition of lag or a delay is tardiness, okay? So again, slight is to hurt as lag is to tardiness. So yung haste naman is yung nagmamadali, no? So opposite siya, 'di ba? So again, mild to a stronger condition. Number 26, 1. Next, guileless is to cunning as shameless is to blank. Is it modesty, guile, winning, shameful, or positive? So this time we are looking at antonyms, no? Magka-opposite. So if you say, ano ba yung cunning? It's more of, yun bang tao na madiskarte? 'Di ba? Yun bang have you ever met people na even if imposible yung isang bagay talagang mahahanapan nila ng paraan? Oo, maybe not in a good way sometimes, oo. So they are madiskarte, they are intelligent, 'di ba? So, if you say guile, that's cunning. Pero kapag guileless, hindi cunning kasi nga less 'no, wala wala siya niyan, wala siyang hindi siya guile 'no, guileless. So, meaning yung guileless tsaka cunning opposite. So, ano ba yung opposite ng shameless? Ano ba yung opposite ng shameless 'no, walang hiya? Oo. So, siyempre yun ding may so it's already there 'no. Modesty is also a good answer, possible 'no, kapag walang shameful diyan, yes, we can use modesty 'no, it's also a good answer. So, again, the relationship here is the opposite, no? Opposite ng cunning is guileless. Now, ano yung opposite ng shameless? It's shameful, okay? Our answer is very good for. Next, feast is to hand as blank is to hoop. So, is it wave, rings, circuit, foot, or hip? Mhm. So, ano ba yung feast? Parang yeah, ito yung feast ano, I'm not sure if you can see it, my camera, this is the feast, 'di ba? And you can form a feast using your hand. Now, paano naman tayo makaka-form ng hoop? From the word from the hula hoop, 'di ba? So, again, you can form a feast using your hand. How are you gonna form a hoop? You use the uh-uh. Okay, good job. There's only one who answered it correctly, but rings. Okay. So feast is to hand as rings is to hoop. Okay. Oo, bakit naman? Oo, kasi ba yung hip nyo yung gumagamit ng hula hoop? Oo, hindi naman, okay? It's how you formed it. It's not how it's being used. Okay? So, again, correct answer is rings is to hoop. So, nafo-form yung fist by hand, nafo-form yung rings, no? So, it's the same as the hoop. All right. Number 29. Brethren is to sect as actors is to blank. Is it company, church, liturgy, stagehand, or quadcom? So again, brethren is to sect as actors is to blank. So answer in 5 seconds. Four, three, two, and one. So ito naman, yung kind of relationship is yung magka-belong mo sa isang grupo. Okay? So if you say brethren, these are members of a sect or parang religious na grupo. Yan yung brethren. Okay? Now, yung actors, they are members of a mhm. So if you say church, no, it's more religious. Liturgy, also religious. Kapag stage hand, kasi mga ma'am and sir, individual yan na role, hindi yan grupo. Okay? So, the only variable na sagot dito is, okay, very good. So, brethren is to sect. Yung brethren, membro ng sect. Yung actors naman, they're members of a company. Okay? Again, stagehand, it's individual. Isa lang yan. Okay? Hindi yan grupo. So 29, 1, good job. Next, aglet is to shoelace, as nose is to blank, as it smell, eyes, face, proboscis, or Pinocchio. What is your answer? Tell me in the comments. So ano ba yung ibig sabihin ng aglet? Sinong nakakaalam? So if you say smell, yan yung function ng nose, no? Ang pang-amoy. So, yung eye naman, it doesn't really match, no? Pero malapit sa nose yung eyes, no? If you say proboscis, parang structure ng nose. Pinocchio naman is yung more on a literary reference, 'di ba? So, hindi masyadong relevant dito yung Pinocchio. But anyway, if you know what aglet is, it's a part of a shoelace. Mhm. So, yung nose, so aglet is part ng shoelace, yung nose is part of your face. Okay? So again, aglet is a part of a shoelace as nose is a part of your face, no? So I think I've shown you, yeah, ito. Ah, yan yung aglet. Okay? So bahagi siya ng shoelace, tsaka yung ilong mo, bahagi din ng mukha mo. Oo. So, yung iba katulad ko, oo, wala masyadong ilong sa mukha, okey lang 'yan 'no, nakakahinga naman, oo. 'Yan yung importante. Okay. Ouch. Number 30 is 3. Yes, 20 items to go. Yay, finally. Again, this is an aglet. Now you know, now you don't. Arrange the following set of sentences to make one comprehensive paragraph. So, dito naman tayo sa sentence arrangement. So, it becomes much lower in poorer countries. How long people are likely to live is called life expectancy. The Japanese live for 80.8 years, while people in Zambia live just 37.3 years. In 1950, the world average was just 40 years old. Now it's over 63. Life expectancy is usually higher in richer countries. Now, if you are going to arrange sentences, hahanapin mo yung main sentence na, yung topic sentence. Okay? Yun talagang sure ka na sa sentence na yan, walang nauna sa kanya. Siya talaga yung topic. Okay? So that's how you look for the first sentence. Okay? Sa Philippines, ano ba yung life expectancy? I did not look up. No, is it 60? Matutunay naman yung Japan, 81 years old yung average lifespan nila. Kasi yun yung kinakain nila isda, 'di ba, gulay, tapos palagi pa sila naglalakad 'no. Siyempre sa Pilipinas inihaw, 'di ba, barbecue, tapos samahan mo pa ng Coke, kaya siyempre 'no, maagang mamatay. Tapos ayaw pang gumalaw, gusto lang humiga pagkatapos kumain. Okay, so yeah. We should expect na hindi masyadong mataas yung life expectancy natin. Anyway, first question. Which sentence comes first? Please comment. Which sentence? Alin ba dito dapat yung nauna? Okay, correct answer is yung sinasabi ko, yung talagang topic sentence niya, no? Yung main sentence niya talaga. If we try to analyze, it's okay, in 5, 4, 3 ay binibilangan na. Oo, nagmamadali ka ma'am? Hindi naman 'no, oo. Pero para hindi kayo ma-bored sa akin, char. Alright, some are commenting 5, some are commenting 4. Correct answer is actually 2. Mhm. So, how long people are likely to live is called life expectancy. Okay. So with this topic sentence, you are very sure na wala talagang nauna sa kanya, no? So gaano kahaba mabubuhay yung isang tao, ang tawag diyan ay life expectancy. Tapos kasunod na yung mga ibang detalye. Okay? So our first sentence is to next. Alin yung pang-last? Oo, panglimang sentence. So since nakuha na yung two, alin yung panglimang sentence, no? The last one. Correct answer is mhm. So let's just try to arrange it, no? Anyway, first sentence is two, the last sentence is three, no? So ito na yung example na talaga, no? The Japanese lived for 88 years, while the people in Zambia lived in just 37.3 years. So anyway, ano yung correct sequence ng paragraph? So this one, it's practically easy because I already gave you the first and the last sentence, no? Yung number two, yung nauna, tapos three, yung pang-last. So we are left with either options three or four, diba? The rest of the options you can eliminate. One of the most useful tips I have learned when answering exams is that you should not answer unless dalawa na lang yung choices na natitira. Again, you should not answer unless you have last two options remaining. Mhm. So, dapat na-eliminate mo na yung the rest, no? Dapat dalawa na lang yung natitira. It means you have done the best of your ability to analyze it, no? Iniisip mo talaga siya. Hindi yung marami pang natitira tapos sumagot ka na lang kasi maganda siyang tingnan, 'di ba? So analyze it well, no? Para hindi masayang yung pera nyo kaka-review and kaka-file for exam. Anyway, correct answer is so we are left with either three or four. It's okay. So since we are left na lang with that one, very good sa mga sumagot ng number 4. So let's try to read, okay? How long people are likely to live is called life expectancy. In 1950, the world average was just 40 years old. Now it's over 63 years old. So as you can see, this second sentence, it answers to the topic sentence, no? Additional information siya. So life expectancy is usually higher in richer countries and lower in poorer countries. Tapos pang last sentence yung example, the Japanese live for 80.8 years as the rich country, di ba? Tapos yung sa poor country naman, while people in Zambia live just 37.3 years. So that's how we answer. Sentence arrangement. Okay, look for the topic sentence. Tapos ang mga kasunod niyan is additional details na lang. But make sure they are still coherent with each other. Okay? Now, let's have another one. Okay, so tingnan muna natin yung question, no? Which sentence daw ang pangatlo? which sentence ang pangatlo? Okay, bigyan ko kayo ng 10 seconds. Ay ma'am, basahin mo naman para sa'min 'no, para ano 'tong binayad namin at kami yung magbabasa, 'di ba? Sorry. Okay, ito na. Fossil fuels are made from organic remains buried and fossilized over millions of years. This means that it can't be used again once burned. These organic remains can come from all types of organisms, but mostly plants and animals. Fossil fuel pollutes the atmosphere as it burns, causing health problems and global warming. They provide 90% of the world's energy. So, alin kaya sa tingin nyo ang pangatlong sentence? So, in this case, oo, sagutan na lang natin 'no, kasi nakakabagot mag-analyze. Gusto ko i-rank na all of them, o 'di ba, para desisyon. Wala kayong magagawa kasi, ako yung nagsasalita. So, for this one, the third sentence is number 5. So, next, dito na tayo sa correct sequence. So, from now on, alam na natin kung ano yung pangatlong sentence, okay? Now, can you comment down what is the correct sequence ba, 'no? Alin ba dito dapat yung nauna, pangalawa, pang-apat at panglima? So, since we already have the third sentence as 'no, yung number 5, what is the correct sequence? Okay, in 10, 9, 8, ay binibilangan pa 'no, nakakapagod. Pero yes 'no, good luck sa inyong exam. Sa June pa naman, may 1 month pa kayo. Yung iba diyan sa May na mag-aaral. Ay, sa May na may 1 month pa naman 'no, matalino naman ako. But anyway, correct answer is number 5, very good. So let's try to read. So fossil fuels are made from organic remains buried and fossilized over millions of years. These organic remains, so if you can see, the second sentence gives additional information to the first one, no? Made from organic remains. These organic remains can come from all types of organisms, but mostly plants and animals. Comes the third one, they provide 90% of the world's energy. Fossil fuel pollutes the atmosphere as it burns, causing health problems and global warming. This means that it can't be used again once burned. So our correct answer for number 35 is 5. Okay, it's 13542. All right, next. 36. Okay, so dito na tayo. I think this is grammar, no? So that's it for sentence arrangement. So we've already had error, synonyms, right? Ano pa ba yun ano natin? Verbal analogy, a word analogy. We've had reading comprehension and this one, sentence arrangement. So this time, let's talk about grammar. Had I studied very well, I blank rewarded with a vacation in the United States. Is it was, would have been, will be, would be, or has? Which is the correct answer for number 36. Kung nag-aral lang sana akong mabuti, na-rewardan sana ako ng vacation sa US. The question is, nangyari ba ito? Hindi, no? So obviously, the speaker here did not study well. Kasi parang may pagsisisi, no? Had I studied very well, so ibig sabihin tapos na yung action, no? Sa imagination niya na lang yan. Mhm. So our correct answer, very good. Ang galing niyo sa grammar, no? So this is hypothetical, no? Had I studied very well, I would have been rewarded. So yeah, parang sa imagination niya na lang. Okay, number 36 to next. When helping in the kitchen, I am always careful not to hurt ourselves, myself, himself, herself, thyself. So dito yung subject natin is si I, no? I am careful. Walang ibang taong minensyon, no? So dapat mag-ingat ka talaga na hindi ka masaktan. Kasi walang ibang mag-iingat sa'yo kundi ikaw lang, no? Kaya Kaya mo yan, okay? So, I am careful not to hurt sino? Okay, that's myself. Okay, good job. So, grammar is a bit bearable, 'di ba? Okay naman, 'no? Ano 'yun, basta magandang pakinggan. Hoy, wag niyong sabihing sinabi ko 'yan, oo. Magaling pa naman akong maggawa ng video sa page ko tapos sabihin, "Ay, ang sabi kasi ni Ma'am Jenny kapag magandang pakinggan." Naku 'no, hahanapin ko talaga kayo. It's very important to understand at least the basic structure ng grammar, okay? So I am careful not to hurt myself. 37 to next. Neither the teacher nor the students blank present in the affairs. Is it where, was, am, is, or whom? Neither the teacher nor the students blank present. Ano ba yung ibig sabihin ng neither? Wala sa kanila. Okay? Wala sa kanila. O hindi yung teacher, hindi din yung mga students. So what is the correct linking verb for this one? Please comment. Oo, gusto ko kayo. Ang tatalino niyo, no? Very good kayo sa akin. Anyway, correct answer for number 38 is in three, two, and one. Very good. So, kung sino yung mas malapit sa verb, yan yung pakikinggan natin. Okay? So, neither the teacher nor the students, since the students ay marami, so we will use plural. Okay? Were. Neither the teacher nor the students were. Okay? Paano kung yung students yung nauna? So, neither the students nor the teacher was. Kasi yung teacher yung mas malapit 'no, tapos singular lang siya, so dapat was. Pero in this case, since yung students yung mas malapit sa verb, tapos students, it's plural, kaya we will use were, okay? 38, 1. Next. My sister and I met an acquaintance of blank on a shopping mall. Is it ours, us, mine, ourselves, or somebody? So, ko at ang ate ko. Okay, may nakita kaming what do you mean by acquaintance? Parang kakilala. Okay. Not really your friend, but an acquaintance, no? Kakilala. Kaya nga nung college, meron tayong acquaintance party, no? It means you get acquainted with each other, you get to know them. Anyway, correct answer dito. Okay, since it's my sister and I, so ibig sabihin kakilala naming dalawa. Kakilala naming dalawa. So, met an acquaintance of ours. Okay? Amin. Okay? Hindi naman acquaintance of us. Oo, that's incorrect grammatically, no? Acquaintance namin, no? So, us kasi, in translation, that's kami. 'Di ba? So, yung ate ko at ako nakita yung kakilala kami. O, 'di ba? So, it should be yung kakilala namin. Okay? Met an acquaintance of ours. So 39 is 140. We admire blank when Cynthia speaks English fluently with blank. Is it one, two, three, four, or five? Hindi na binasa, no? So, ano yung sagot? May nagtanong, may quiz ba after this one? Just please visit. You can message Class Tanglaw, okay? So, posted naman lahat sa private group nila for their members, which is a very good thing, no? So, there you can answer anytime and you can watch the lectures anytime din na gusto nyo, no? Alright, so for this one, correct answer is, okay, what about the others? So again, yeah, if you're gonna take the exam for FOE or POE, you message Class Tanglaw's Facebook page. All right. So dito si Cynthia ay obviously babae, no? Kaya the rest of the options, him, he, it's already incorrect, 'di ba? So we admire her when Cynthia speaks English fluently with us. Okay, so her referring to Cynthia, no na babae. Number 40 is 3. Very good to those who answer that. Next. Okay, dito from 41 to 50, these are just gonna be random topics, no, from what we talked about. So let's see. So synonym ng abate, is it intensify, diminish, prolong, initiate, or avoid? So, ito yung mahirap kung walang context clues 'no, talagang diretso kang inutusan na hanapin mo ng synonym yung salitang abate. Mhm. So, bigyan ko na lang kayo ng definition so that you can find its synonym. If you say abate, you make something less intense. Mm. Again, if you say abate, you make something less intense, no? Less strong. Mm. So, yan yung abate. Now, is it intensify? 'Di ba opposite? Kasi kapag intensify, parang paggrabihin mo, you make it so much more, 'di ba? Kapag diminish, possible, no? You lessen it. Kapag prolong, pahabain mo, 'di ba? Kapag initiate, okay, you have the initiative to do something, ikaw yung nangunguna. So, for example 'no, kung gusto mo talaga yung lalaki tapos ikaw yung nag-initiate ng conversation, ikaw yung nag-initiate ng date, 'di ba? Oh, dahil crush na crush mo talaga. Girls, do not do it, okay? Always remember to die first before messaging a guy. Okay. So, if you say avoid naman, iwasan, 'di ba? So again, abate, you lessen something, no? Kaya our correct answer is diminish. Okay, again, the closest meaning to the word abate is diminish, no? You reduce something, you make it less strong. Okay? So, reduce or lessen. Number 41 is to next. Ano naman yung ibig sabihin ng candid? Is it frank, deceitful, honest, transparent, or candle? Kapag may sumagot ng candle, ewan ko na lang sa inyo, no? Oo. Kayo ay matatanda na, oo, hindi na dapat ano, but anyway, hindi pala yung closest meaning. Oh, eto na, ako na yung hindi nag-follow ng rule. Most opposite pala yung hinahanap, no? Pinaka-opposite ng candid. So, correct answer is opposite pala. So, if you say candid, yun bang 'di ba kapag mag-picture kayo sabihin, "Uy, dapat yung candid shot." Oo. So, ibig sabihin hindi siya scripted, yung talagang totoo, 'di ba? So, for example, nagtawanan kayo or 'di ba, nagwaki, for example. So, it means it's honest, it's straightforward, it's frank, 'di ba? Totoo. So, yan yung ibig sabihin ng candid. Now, we are looking for its opposite. Mhm. Ano ba yung opposite ng honest, ng frank, ng straightforward? It is, of course, deceitful. Okay? So, opposite in meaning ng candid is deceitful. Oo. Ibig sabihin, hindi honest. No? 42 is to next. Okay, so we have few items left. Despite the professor's extensive knowledge, his lectures were often criticized for being overly blank, making them difficult for students to follow. Is it engaging, verbose, succinct, lucid, or strict? So, number 43, ano yung magandang word na ah, ilagay natin dyan? So, dito, ano ba yung word na hinahanap natin? Yung professor is matalino siya sa subject matter 'no, pero hindi marami pa rin yung hindi gusto sa mga lectures niya. It's because it's too much 'no, so nahihirapan yung mga bata, yeah. I can actually relate 'no. So it's a big difference kapag matalino yung tao versus someone who is good at teaching, 'di ba? So may mga tao kasi na just because matalino ka, that doesn't mean magaling ka na magturo, 'di ba? Because sometimes, yeah, as I was saying, I can relate 'no, sa mga teachers ko before. We've had some teachers na super talino talaga pero hindi mo sila maintindihan. Kasi yung level ng pag-explain nila is pang matalino din, 'di ba? So when they explained Oo, parang yung mga words na ginagamit, it's difficult, 'di ba? They want the students to level up to them. They don't go down to the level of the students tapos hilahin sila pataas, 'di ba? So, now, if this teacher is very knowledgeable, ibig sabihin too much yung lecture niya or yeah, the discussions niya kaya nahirapan yung mga bata 'no. In other words, it's too verbose. So, ano ba yung verbose? Para bang it's too wordy. Oo, I think wordy is the best ano, 'no? So, have you ever met someone mag-present ng PowerPoint presentation tapos yung isang presentation is punong-puno ng words, o 'di ba? Parang pagtingin mo palang nalula ka na kasi, "Ay ang dami naman 'no?" Oo, masakit sa ulo 'no? So, if you say succinct, it's brief, okay? Lucid means clear. So, opposite siya. It's confusing para sa mga bata kasi it's too wordy yung mga discussions niya, 'di ba? So, pa yung mga meaning, no? So, for example, if we discuss grammar, no? The subject verb agreement means you blah 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 blah. Oh, nakakapagod kaya. Okay, but anyway, correct answer is two. Next, okay, we have six items remaining. The rapid advancement of technology has transformed the way we communicate, making information more accessible yet also contributing to shorter attention span. Ano yung negative effect ng technology na na-mention? Is it increased accessibility of information, transformation of communication, shortened attention span, rapid technological growth, or money wasted? So again, always go back to the question, ano yung negative effect na sinabi? Of course, our answer is very good. No, it's number three. So this is pretty easy. So yung hinahanap natin is yung negative effect. So it's already there, no? So accessible nga yung information pero we are now having yeah, short attention spans. Number three. Good job. Next, ito gawin natin or we should arrange it. The sun sets in the west. The earth rotates on its own axis. This rotation causes the cycle of the day and night. As a result, the different parts of the earth face the sun at different times. So, alin ka dito dapat yung naunang sentence, no? Correct answer is mhm. So, in my understanding, dapat number two yung nauna. That should be the topic sentence, no? Kasi if you look at it closely, wala talagang nauna sa kanya. It's the topic, no? The earth rotates on its own axis. The earth rotates on its own axis. Tapos, ano ba yung additional information, no? Dito tayo sa rotation, no? The earth rotates. This rotation causes the cycle of day and night, no? Kaya, yes, very good, no? It's two, three, four, and one. Two, three, four, and one. So as a result, different parts of the earth face the sun at different times. The sun sets in the west. Number 45 is two. Very good. Next, 46. So ano yung um, iintindihan natin based sa sentence? Now, what assumption can we have? Only those who have a valid ID can enter the building. No? Kung sino lang yung may valid ID, sila lang yung makakapasok. So let's try to assume, number one, everyone has a valid ID. Mhm. So let's look for, kapag mga ganito, this is the time na dapat talaga pinaka-logical yung answer mo. Okay? Hindi yung sumagot ka lang na wala dyan or it doesn't nonsense. So everyone has a valid ID, it's not really stated. Number two, some people may not be allowed to enter the building. Number two, pwede, di ba? Number three, the building is open to the public. Mhm. Number four, valid IDs are easy to obtain. Mhm. So no entry, no ID. Okay, number 5 is also good. Anyway, what is your answer? Okay, what about the others? So for this one, okay, finally. So again, we are looking for an assumption. Okay? You can assume something. Hindi naman sinabing i-paraphrase mo, 'no, na similar pa rin yung statement tapos i-paraphrase mo lang, 'no, like a restatement. But anyway, correct answer for this one. Okay, good job to those who answer number 2, 'no. So only those may valid ID yung makakapasok. Ibig sabihin, we can assume mhm, that may mga taong hindi makakapasok 'no, yun yung mga walang valid ID. So yung no entry, no ID, it's just restating the sentence, hindi siya assumption, okay? So, kasi pao same kanina 'no, kasi daw mahaba yung number 2. Okay, sige pagbigyan. Again, not all the time. So again, we are looking for the assumption, implicit assumption 'no, something that we can assume from. Okay, kung yung mga may valid ID lang yung makakapasok, ibig sabihin yung iba hindi makakapasok kasi nga wala 'no. So number 5 is not an assumption, it's a restatement 'no, parang iniba lang yung paggagamit ng sentence. 46 to next, bird is to fly as fish is to blank, is it swim, walk, crawl, jump, or school. Kapag ma-wrong kayo nito, oo, malalaki na kayo 'no, problema niyo na 'yan. Ayoko ng yung iba kasi magagalit 'no, ayoko, oo, ba't ako magagalit 'no, it's not my life, it's up to you. Pero wag naman kayong ma-wrong 'no, grabe naman. So yung bird is paglipad, of course the fish is to, swim 'no, alangan naman walk, oo. Saan ka makakahanap ng isda na naglalakad? Okay, so 47 is 1. Very good, yeah, congrats! Na finally may check na tayo. Next, each of the students are required to submit their assignments by Friday. Alin dito yung may mali? Is it 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5? What is your answer? So kanina we already discussed about this one. Let's see if you can remember. Not the similar thing, pero almost similar structure. Alin ba dito yung mali? O dito wala na talagang error, no? Oo. Sure na talaga na may error, walang option na no error. Okay, very good. Each of the students. So again, kapag the students lang are, the students are. Pero since we have each, kapag each is iisa lang 'no, iniisa-isa mo yung mga bata. Each is required. Each of the students is required. So yung are dito yung mali. It should be is. Okay? 48 2. Okay, very good. Sa mga nakaalala, sa mga hindi, okey lang 'yan 'no, maala-ala mo kaya. Okay lang 'yan, oo, malaki na kayo. Okay, next. So ito, is this a fact or an opinion? Chocolate is the best ice cream flavor. So, another exam tip, if something is vague, it is not the correct answer. Okay. Ma'am, ano ba yung vague? Malaki. Vague, small, char. If you say vague, parang nakakalito, no? It's confusing. Okay. Baka naman seryosohin niyo, sabihin niyo, sabi ni ma'am, oo, vague daw is malaki. Hoy, wag naman, sana wag niyo ako ipahiya. If you say vague, that's confusing, 'no? So kapag nakakalito yung isang option, it is not the correct answer, okay? Kapag nakakalito, it's not the correct answer. So for example, sa jowa mo or sa ka-talking stage mo, kapag binibigyan ka ng mixed signals, 'di ba? Ngayon magcha-chat, bukas hindi naman, 'no? Sometimes magpaparamdam kapag bored siya, tapos kapag hindi siya bored, nakakalimutan ka, 'di ba? Kapag vague, kapag confusing, 'no, nalilito ka, ano ba talaga ako sa kanya, 'no? it's not the correct answer, no? Yung tamang sagot, it's simple at klaro, no? So for example, kapag sabihin maybe one or two, 'di ba? Both one and two, it depends. It's usually not the correct answer, okay? So if you say chocolate is the best ice cream flavor, that of course is an opinion, no? Baka sabihin, "Mom, fact naman na favorite ko yung chocolate." So taste is subjective, no? So some of you baka gusto niyo yung matcha, ako hindi ko talaga feel yung matcha 'no, para akong kumakain ng grass. Mas gusto ko yung Coke. So of course that's subjective, 'di ba? So kapag sabihin 'no, maganda si Ma'am Jenny, oh, sabi ng nanay ko 'no. So for my mom that maybe is a fact, pero for you 'no, ay hindi naman 'no, okey naman siya pero hindi siya maganda, okey, okey lang tanggap ko 'yan. So that's the opinion 'no. Kapag sabihin mong fact is, babae si Jenny. Kapag sabihin yung opinion, naku 'no, oo, babatukan ko talaga kayo. Of course 'no, mukha lang akong masculine, char. So that's a fact 'no, or for example, if you say, "The earth, rotates on its own axis." Char, 'di ba? Mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell. Yan lang yung natutunan niyo nung elementary. Okay, but that's the fact na if it's proven 'no. Pero kapag ganito lang, so it's an opinion. Next, number 50. Finally, we are in the last item. Um, so dito i-identify natin yung effect. So heavy rainfall led to widespread flooding. So alin ba dito? So we should look for the cause and we should look for the effect, no? So what is your answer? Is it 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5? Please comment. So, cause and effect 'to, pero yung hinahanap natin is yung effect. Okay, very good. So, yung cause is yung malakas na pag-ulan, ibig sabihin bumabaha. So, yung epekto sana sabihin ko, okay? Yung effect niya is yung widespread flooding, number 5. Ang magaling kayo dito, no? Sana cause and effect na lang all throughout. But yeah, that's it for today. Thank you so much for indulging with me. No, I hope you do well in your exams. Nice to meet you all. And again, if you want more sessions like this, mag-enroll kayo sa Class Tanglaw. No? Just message their Facebook page to inquire. Yun lang. Thank you so much. Have a good evening, everyone, and enjoy your dinner. Oo, nandito na ba si Sir Kirk? Okay.
Yes po, ma'am.
So much. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much din po, ma'am. Okay, so yun, natapos na po yung lecture regarding po sa verbal ni Ma'am Jenny. So I hope na marami po tayong natutunan, and then it is just a sneak peek po for our intensive review. So I hope na may plano po kayong mag-enroll dito sa ating Class Tanglaw Review and Tutorial Center for Fire Officer Exam at saka sa Penology. Okay? So we cater po ng mga aspiring na individuals na makapasok po dito sa ating Tri-Bureau. Okay? So once again, ma'am, thank you so much. And then kita-kits po ulit for our free live lecture the Saturday and Sunday. Okay? Together with Ma'am Yonalyn naman po, numerical, and then pagkabukas naman po is fire-related topics. Okay? So once again, good evening po sa lahat, and then thank you.